Hey Laura, I can't share this unfortunately, but I just wanted to show you my friend's work that he did, um, where he came up with some sort of simplified solutions for different stack sizes. This is for between 66 and 100 bigs. Notice that he also chose not to do limping and raising strategies because it was too computer intensive. So if you limp only, this is what you can play pretty much everything. If you raise only, this is a it's similar to the raising range I gave. Notice with 50 big blinds that we are raising basically kind of wide for value, but otherwise I'd actually call it somewhat linear, I suppose. That's what, so there's, I mean, somewhat polarized, not linear, meaning that we're raising a lot of these bottom suited hands, like these middle offsuit hands, but these absolute trash hands are a little too ugly to be putting more money in the pot with. Um, Same idea with 40 bigs, although we're using the blocker hands even more. This is a GTO strategy that involves both limping and raising. Remember, it is just quite polarized. This is a small blind strategy with 30 bigs. We're raising a little bit less just because of the fact that the big blind can now reshove on us. And speaking of reshoving, or this next chart, it looks like, is how we play after we raise versus a 3-bet. And we've gone over pretty thoroughly what like 25 big blinds or less looks like. And it's quite similar to what I've shown you guys already. So again, the reason why I couldn't give this answer is because it's too computer intensive to come up with an answer that has both. Although it is possible, I've seen them before for cash games. I'm still working on it. But remember the idea of essentially raising somewhat polarized, but also raising fairly wide for value. With 50 bigs, though, it looks like we are limp shoving ace jack through ace king, etc. What I would recommend you do instead is just really focus on who's in the big blind. If they're overfolding, raise lots. If we know they're going to raise a lot, limp raise stuff like ace king to get more money in the middle of the pot before the flop. If we know they re-raise a lot, raise a little bit, raise our value hands, but be careful with stuff like, king 8 suited that doesn't exactly want to be 3-bet. Constantly adjust to our opponents is what I'm preaching here, based on their stats, the game flow, etc. Hopefully this was useful. Thanks.